And we are so lucky because we have the writer, director, producer, the man who did it all with us today of Red Friday, Mark Allison. You want to come on down here, please? And look who he has with him, besides his beautiful wife, Ashley, over there. They just got here from Rhode Island today, so thank you guys so much for being here. Oh my gosh, there he is.
The man himself.
Yeah. There's George. So, I have to, and you guys, this was a North Carolina premiere, but this is also your first film.
Yes.
So, what gave you the idea for this?
So, it was, I want to say it was, we saw the Elf on the Shelf doll at my wife's cousin's house, and, kind of got the wheels spinning a little bit. That would, we thought it'd be cool to do. I'm a big Chucky fan, so I Child's Play movies, so it's kind of our love letter to those movies. So that's kind of how we originally started the idea, and then kind of snowballed from there.
Awesome. So you said Child's Play, so I guess that was like your major influence when it came to wanting to write, because you did everything pretty much for this film. You wrote it and directed it, and so, did you have any earlier influences before Child's Play, or any favorite directors you might have looked up to that have inspired you at all?
I mean, I kind of watch everything. Those movies just come to mind when it comes to this, because I saw those when I was a little kid. My dad let me watch, really scary movies when I was a kid, so that's what made this messed up mind to come up with stuff like that. So, thanks, Dad.
Awesome. Yeah, well, I gotta say that, Chucky and anything like that, So, where does George stay at your house? Do you have him, like, in the living room?
He actually does sit in the living room on the mantle over the fireplace. So he's there all the time now.
That's awesome. Ashley, are you ever like, did he just move? No. Very cool. So we have our 10-year-old here, and this was the first time he saw that. What did you think, Oz?
I liked it.
Very cool. Maybe we should have a George around our house? No. So that was a short film, about 10 minutes, and I don't know about the rest of you, but I kind of wanted to see, like, maybe what would happen next. Do you have, like, any sequels, or do you have any visions for a longer feature-length film?
Yeah, I mean, potentially. We're working on some other projects now. We shot another short. We have another one in the can, and we're kicking around some ideas. We got a couple features we want to do. Not so much George yet, but maybe someday, eventually.
Nice. And like I said, this was your first director debut. So did you just get into making films, or did you just decide, I'm going to go and do this recently, or have you been doing it on the side for a long time?
So I've worked on a lot of productions in and around, like, New England, as a PA, as, boom operator, different jobs and stuff. It's just something I always wanted to do, and we actually, the first thing that we ever did, we did the 48-hour film festival.
Yes.
Which is cool. You guys must have it around here,
well,
too.
we just had someone actually last night who did the...
Oh, cool, and they
one
showed
around
their film.
here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
awesome,
yeah.
yeah. So, we did that a few years ago, and it came out really good, and we were really happy with it. So we decided, like, the idea came up. It was something we could easily shoot. We shot it in my house.
Nice.
So, the 48 was kind of our first, we got our feet wet with that, and it's a great way for people, especially, like, that want to get into filmmaking, to try it out. Because you have to make something,
Yeah.
you have to finish it, so
Yeah. That's awesome. And when you say we, who do you mean exactly besides yourself?
So we had a big team of people that helped on this film. Our brain trust really is myself, Joe Richitelli, he was our DP on this, and Matt Vieira, who's my AD, and we're 401 Films, so to speak, and then we work with a lot of other friends too. But the three of us have put together, a few short films now, so.
Cool. And like we mentioned, you are from Rhode Island. So do you do all of your filming there?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like anything that we've shot ourselves, I think has been in Rhode Island. Um, but we've all worked on a lot of different stuff outside of the state too.
Very nice, because you just got here today, and this is your first time here. Is that right? So I know you probably haven't had time to check it out very much, but what do you think of North Carolina so far?
Oh, I love it. Actually, we've been to the OBX before.
Okay.
I've been twice, and I came with my wife a few years ago. We rent a big house and party for a week.
Yeah.
So I've done that a couple times. I love it down here. So that's why I was really stoked that you guys had us come down because we were excited to come down.
Yeah. Yeah, we're like, oh, we got to twist people's arms to come here. But, part of our mission is to not just inspire, people like yourself around here, local filmmakers, but we want to bring people like you. And we have another Mike, and he's all the way from LA. His film In My Room is screening tonight. We want to show you guys that this is a great place to film because we have the beach, the swamps, and just in all the national landmarks, which is pretty cool. So we just want to thank you so much for being here. Does anybody have any questions for Mark? Let's see. I'm going to take the woman in the peach first because I know the man with the notebook.
Curious, how long did it take to put this together?
Well, we shot it in 2 days. Most of it was shot in 1 day. The stuff in the attic was shot on a separate day. Actually, technically 3 days because we did some of the special effects at our makeup artist, Julie Lashane, at her studio. We shot some of the special effects later down the line too. And as far as putting it together, it took me a little while because it was my first film. There was a lot of stuff I was learning as I was going, like the sound design and things like that. I knew a little bit of what I was doing, but at the same time, it was more or less trial and error. So it took me a few months to put it together.
Great. Good job.
Thank you.
Yes, Terry?
First of all, is that the real George or just a stand-in?
No, this is the real George. Yep. So he's yep. This is the real one.
All right, what did you use to shoot your film?
We shot on a Canon C100.
With just one camera or two?
We shot it all with one camera. Yep.
And what was the total cost of your effort?
It was somewhere around 1,500. I want to say.
And how many people did it take to make your film?
Let's see. I want to say somewhere between 12 and 15 people, with the cast and crew together.
Including George.
Oh yeah, maybe 13 with George. Yeah.
Have you ever seen Rod Serling's Talking Tina episode with Telly Savalas?
I have not. No.
A Twilight episode from around 1962.
No, I've never seen that one. I've seen a lot of those.
Are you going to profit from this effort?
No, not. I mean, not off of this. I guess if we made a feature someday we could, but not off of this particularly.
I really appreciated what you did.
No, thank you very much.
Very noble effort.
Thank you.
Anybody else have some questions for Mark?
So you're gonna make more?
Yeah, we are gonna make more. We actually we finished another one a few months ago. It's called Cake and Ice Cream, I'm sorry. You can see that if you want to check it out. It's a super short on our Facebook page, 401 Films on Facebook. I think we're the only ones that come up when you do that. But and we also have another one in the can that Matt, my AD, directed that we're working on. And we're gonna try and do some festivals with that when it's done. And and then we're kicking around some ideas for features and or maybe another short in between. I don't know. So we'll see.
Remind me of the body of the film. Wasn't something said about that George wanted to had a surprise for Dad when he got home?
Yeah.
You baited me with that.
A little foreshadowing. Yeah.
I mean, I was waiting, for that, and wasn't expecting Mom to get it. With
Yeah.
the fountain pen. So, yeah.
Finding mom, I think, was the surprise. Yeah.
So you got me on that one.
Nice. I'm glad.
Are you gonna stick with the horror genre, or are you gonna branch out with other genres as well?
Well, so actually, my buddy Matt, who is directed the next short that we did, it's not a horror film. It's a drama, although it has some supernatural aspects to it. But it's more of a drama thing. Personally, horror is, I mean, that's my thing. And I probably will venture off. I have a couple ideas that I want to do that aren't horror related, but it's kind of my main squeeze, though. That's, you know.
Yes.
Hi, enjoyed it.
Thank you.
I personally thought that the little girl was one of the strongest.
I would agree with you. She was
I
a
think
natural.
She was pretty
Mhm.
fairly strong in this. What are the challenges involved with shooting with kids?
So I can imagine that some people run into some big problems. We didn't because that the little girl in the movie Andrea is my wife's cousin, now my cousin too, and I mean she was there all day with us. I mean we were. I would say the biggest problem that we had with her is at one point we were still shooting pretty late, and her mom wanted her to go home and was getting pretty upset that we had her. Sorry, Paula, but aside from that, Andrea was a natural. I mean, she knew her lines and everything, and she took direction really well. So we didn't have any issues with that at all. I'd say the hardest part about it was about 12:30, almost 1 o'clock in the morning, and she was still at my house shooting, and her mom was getting pretty upset. But besides that.
And was that her acting debut?
Yeah, that was her acting debut. Yeah,
Yeah.
she was a natural, right?
Nice. And like Courtney said, she was a natural.
Right.
So are you gonna, look to the family for any future roles?
Yeah, I'll be hitting up Andrea again, I'm sure, down the line.
Nice.
For sure.
How old is she about now?
Andrea is 11.
Yeah.
She's 11, so I think she was 10 at the time.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.